Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'd like to talk about my review of Wuthering Waves. I've put in about 60 hours into the game, playing it off and on, playing it all the time on my days off, trying to just fit it in anywhere I can. And it's been a fantastic time. I've enjoyed everything about it, but there are some things that are really a little bit less enjoyable, and let's start with the story. There are multiple parts in the story where I found myself just like dozing off, nodding out, like, why is this even happening? But I think my main gripe with the story is that it was the VAs. Listening it, Listening to the story in English was jarring at some times. Some characters' VAs weren't hitting right at all, and I just wanted to skip through it. Now, I mean, I even looked up whatever characters they played in other games, and they were great in the other games, but this game, the direction was not there. But luckily, they're going to be hiring a new voice director. They're also going to be doing a little bit more writing, like hiring for writers and stuff. So, hopefully, in the next couple patches, when they iron things out, the direction of the VAs might be better. Now, the story is good. If they had a better writer for the first three acts, I guess, it would have been a little bit easier for me to stay engaged. And it just needed a little touch up, really. There were some good parts in the first three acts, but leading into act 4 and 5 and 6, those were, to me, it felt like a totally different writer wrote them because I was engaged through all three of them. The comedy in Act 4 was great. Act 5 was a good little lead up to what's going to happen in Act 6. And then, I mean, Act 6 was just peak. I loved every second of it. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I was just enjoying everything that was happening. The VAs did an amazing job. I mean, there was still a little bit issue in some of them, but other than that, everything was good. Now, I kind of want them to keep going with how they did with Act 6. Everything can't be balls to the wall, I understand. But hopefully, with them hiring a new writer for the story, maybe it will be more engaging from the very beginning of the new patches, and instead of just a very, very slow cook in the beginning and then just throwing you into the pot basically towards the end. Now, I really, like I said, I enjoy the game. The story could be worked on, and I mean, it's just, I'd give the story like a 7, 7.5 maybe. Probably pushing 8 now that I look back and think of how I felt during Act 6. Now, the exploration is fantastic. I really enjoy exploring the world, messing with the puzzles, just even the mobs. It doesn't feel like the world is empty. There are plenty of things to do, even though, like, I have basically every zone pushing 60%. I still feel like, I mean, mobs are always going to be there, but there are still like puzzles and mini games that I'm still finding, and it's just fun. I haven't felt like the world is slowing me down, and it being a vast and open world is a very good thing for the gameplay. Like, the world isn't empty, being for how big it is. There are things to do all throughout it. Like, you have a bunch of puzzles you can play. There are a lot of mini games that you can play as well, and just the mobs that you can grind. Get that ecosystem going up. You need that data bank rank to be above 15 if you want to get them 5 stars. Now, the puzzles are good. Some of them are a little challenging too. I had some trouble with a puzzle. I was like, fuck it, I'm done. I give up. And I went back and finished it. It was my fault. Wasn't really thinking much. And the mini games aren't that bad either. Now, there is one mini game that I do not enjoy, and that's my fault mainly because I don't really like swapping over to my character that uses the pistols. It's very time, not, I wouldn't say time consuming, it's only a couple seconds. But like, only if, like, what if they could just automatically swap you over to that? Like if your team doesn't have a pistol user, then boom, just swap over to one of the pistol users you have. But other than that, the mini games are good. The puzzles are fine. It's something to do when you're bored, or I mean, you got to get that pioneer level up. I mean, just other than that, like the scenery also is fantastic. Now, the ecosystem in the game is basically a relic system, and it's good. I enjoy it because it reminds me a little bit of Pokemon. Like everyone says, it reminds them of Pokemon. And it's just a really fun grind. I enjoy just running around the world, killing everything I see in sight just to get an echo of it, and hopefully get a good echo that has the stats that I need. Now, the grind for the bosses is very good. You don't have to use your wave plates when you're done. You just kill it, move on, kill another one, go back to the one that you're grinding, and then boom. Or hey, just wait a couple minutes and then I'll respawn. But I really enjoy just killing one, going to another, killing it, and just collecting echoes that way. Because then the play style is a little different for each one. And you're not just constantly going through the same monotonous thing of just, hey, this one boss I'll grind for 40 minutes straight, and it might get a little boring. You don't know. It's just a good way to keep players engaged in their echo grind. Now, moving on to the main topic, the combat. The combat in the game is its driving force. I feel like the combat is the thing that's going to keep players playing the game for a long, long time. Now, I see myself playing this game for a while as well. I probably gonna stick with it until I can beat the highest levels of endgame. Just, I mean, I enjoy the combat so much. I've been practicing my parries, I've been practicing my dodges. I was terrible at it at first because I'm not really that good at games like this. I'm more of a MMO player in general, but Wuthering Waves has got me a little bit more interested in combat styles like this, like the Souls-like-ish. It's fun. Now, the main thing that I enjoy about the combat is how fluid swapping between characters feels. Like, once you do a swap, it's just instant, and then you can still have your character that you swapped from still doing whatever attack they were doing as you swap. And with the addition of new characters, I feel like that little mechanic is just gonna be amazing, and I can't wait to see how people find a way to use it. Now, I don't really have much in-game knowledge at the moment. I've only played the Elusive Realms, and I didn't even go up to what, 70 and 80 yet. Now, it's fun, but I can't really talk much on it. I enjoy it, but that's really it. So, all in all, I think Wuthering Waves is a fantastic game that people should give a shot. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.